What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Rodrigo here, Breakfast Club CTG. We back in this beat. Today I'm going to be going over my top deadlift tips for beginners, intermediate, whatever level you're at. I really want to make this video because I was helping someone out with this the other day and they said that I should really make a video on it. So today I'm going to give you my top tips so you guys can push more weight, so you guys can lift safely, and so you guys can just overall know how to deadlift. Let's get into the video. So first things first, we're gonna go ahead and get into a little warm-up. So what I like to do right off the bat whenever I deadlift or anything is obviously warm up my hips, warm up my legs. So I would either jump on the assault bike, either an assault bike, a rower, a runner, and just get movement going. Boom, boom, boom. And I always like to get at least like a quick little rule of thumb workout warm-up for me is 30 seconds light, 30 seconds moderate, and then a full minute sprint of whatever I'm doing. And then I'll actually get into like stretching out like the hips, do some hip circles. And I don't really do much static stretching. It's gonna be like walking lunges, things like that, maybe some air squats, maybe kind of chill in the air squat for a little bit, but most of all just warm up. But that's for another video. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into the deadlifting. So right off the bat, just as rule of thumb, you wanna walk up to the bar, boom, boom. I like to be a little bit closer than shoulder width. Shoulder width for me is like right here. First things first, like walk up to it. For me, shoulder width is like right about here. I like to go in a little bit closer than shoulder width, maybe like right on the outside of the knurling here on this bar. This is just a Rogue Ohio bar. And I like to get some width, boom, and right off the bat, you walk up to it, make sure the bar is directly above your feet, above the center of your feet. And I like to set my butt down and then set my shoulders, chest, and boom. So another rule of thumb, always walk up to the bar and bend your knees. You never want to walk up to the bar and go like this with your back rounding like this. That is a big no-no. That's going to get you hurt real quick. I don't care what weight you're using. It takes the littlest amount of weight and then you can get hurt. So you never want to do that. Always walk up to the bar, have your feet where you want them, and then bend down, almost like a squat. The bar, if you guys don't use hook grip, I highly recommend hook grip. The bar right above your feet, centered above your feet, that's where I like it. Set my butt down, flat back, shoulders back, chest up, look up, and pull, boom. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some weight on it to show you guys some more movements, a little bit more of an in-depth look at the deadlift and some things that are really gonna help you be able to push more weight and kind of just stay safe. All right, guys, so the funnest part about deadlifting, we all know, is lifting heavy weight. So if you want to be able to do that efficiently and effectively, first thing I'm going to show you guys is the number one thing I see people do, and it's kind of what can lead to injury, but also just failed lifts and just not lifting as much weight as you possibly can, and that is yanking the bar. Yanking the bar. I always see people walk up to the bar, if they're not even like ready, they literally just walk up and just go and just yank it. That's the number one thing that's going to get you hurt, and also you can be lifting a lot more because once the loads get heavier, you're not going to be able just to use the momentum and just go like that. It's going to stop you dead in your tracks. You're going to lose a lot of your power. What I recommend instead is, I don't like to look at the bar. I literally like to look at it, walk up to it, set up. I know the bar is under my feet. I have my hands hook gripped, set my butt down, and back straight, head up, chest up. Boom, squeeze. Boom, squeeze. Another big thing that I see, and that can get you hurt, and obviously it limits the amount of weight you can lift, is the rounding of the back. So that part is super crucial. Let's go ahead and walk through like the whole setup. I'll give you guys a few angles of the whole setup and routine so you guys can see it, and then I'll kind of explain it to you guys. You guys might be able to dial it in, drop it in the comments if you know what I'm doing. basically okay, so if you guys saw there, I walk up to the bar, make sure my feet placement is good. I put my grip on the bar, make sure the bar is above my feet, drop my butt down, make sure my shoulders are back is flat, chest is up. And one thing I do that you guys, it's hard to see, is take the slack out of the bar. So as you guys can see right here, you guys can hear that, there's a little gap right there, that's called slack. And a lot of what happens is people use that momentum, and what stops them, what can hurt them, and also what stops them from lifting heavier weight is not taking the slack out of the bar. When they lift it, they're stopped with all that weight. And once you get heavy weight, all that's gonna stop you in your tracks. So literally drop, shoulders, back, chest. And right here, whenever I drop my chest and shoulders, it's almost like a universal movement. Whenever I drop my butt, my back's engaged, my shoulders are back, and I'm kind of like looking up. That's when I take the slack out of the bar. So it's almost like a boom, boom. So you see that? Whenever I pop whenever my butt goes down, my shoulders go back, my chest goes up, and that's when I take the slack out. So it's almost just a universal movement. So boom, right there, boom, right there, boom, right there. So if you guys want, practice that. I would do maybe like three sets of like 8, 3 sets of 10 of just practicing that. So I'll give you guys a few angles. Alright guys, so you guys know the basics now. You guys know what I like to do. I'm going to slap a little bit more weight on so you guys can see what it looks like and just kind of more in action. Alright guys, so we got some weight on there. Next thing is going to be the grip. I know a lot of you guys might be doing bodybuilding or different types of training, but in CrossFit functional fitness, typically you don't use straps. So obviously a lot of people can't hook grip, or they can only hook grip so much. I know I personally can only hook grip so much weight. Hook grip, if you don't know, is when you do that. So let's say like I'm just normally flexing it. If you guys can see that, my fingers going under the rest of my fingers, and I'm going to do that with both hands. And what that allows us to do is to just be locked in. It's almost like your natural wrist strap basically. And as I'm pulling, if you guys can see my thumbs, when you pull, your thumbs are locked in, so boom. But if you don't want to do that, especially for deadlifts, another good way is to do the same setup, one hand over and one hand under. That's gonna almost act as like that wrist strap motion, and it's a lot better. So I like to go thumb width off the knurling, right on the knurling with my pinky, and literally just same deal. Boom. Boom. Okay, the next biggest thing and the most important thing is probably going to be keeping your core tight. I can't stress that enough, man. In that whole setup, once we nail down that whole universal setup of your dropping your butt, flexing your back, chest up, setting your shoulders, and taking the slack out, as soon as you do that, I brace my core. I brace it and just keep it tight the whole time. So as you guys can see right here, I literally go. That's because I'm breathing out to brace my core, and keeping your core tight throughout this whole lift is going to help you lift a lot more weight, but also keep you safe. It's going to keep everything tight and secure. What that allows you to do is stay tight and in a good position. If you have a loose core, you're probably going to end up bending over, and no one wants to pick something up with a rounded back like that. It's just not good. It's bad news, and I kind of cringe whenever I see that. I'm like, oh no, like no. So keeping the core tight is also crucial. All right, guys, so we're kind of losing light here in beautiful sunny Southern California, but the next thing I want to talk to you about is kind of just safety and also a mental cue that's going to really help you lift more weight, and this mental cue is also probably going to keep you safe. So first of all, let's start by being safe. I got myself my trusty Rogue belt here. It's honestly a little too big for me, but hey, it does the job. It keeps my waist and core secure. Deadlifts are a great core builder, to say the least. It's great to practice deadlifting without a belt pretty often. It's gonna strengthen your core. You're gonna get better and stronger from that. But once you get to heavier loads, it's really easy to kind of get egotistical and not want to use a belt. But once you get to heavier loads, I highly urge you guys to use a belt. It's gonna keep you safe. It's gonna avoid any injuries that might happen. It's also just gonna help you lift that weight that you want, maybe even get that PR. So I highly recommend you guys get a belt, strap it on. I always have like a rule of thumb, once I get up to like 225, maybe 255 the most, I'll throw on a belt, man. I always do. And I feel like I can go, you know, heavier without a belt sometimes, but I'd rather just be safe than sorry and just throw the belt on. So basically, what this is gonna do is it's gonna keep everything tight, your core tight, and your lower back in a good position. Especially whenever you get to a heavier load like this, you're gonna want that brace, and it's gonna help you be a little bit more powerful. So I just got a Rogue belt on. I always strap it on pretty stinking tight. Obviously not to the point where I can't breathe, but like I'm secure, right? Strap it on, boom. So now we're at the heavier load. We got our belt on, we're staying safe. We got our movements down in terms of setting up, feet under the bar. Awesome, the great grip down here. We got our flowy position of setting your butt down, back flat, shoulders back, bracing and pulling. The next biggest thing I want you guys to know is think of pulling the floor away from the ground. Literally think of just pushing it away. If the ground was able to move forward and it was like almost like on a bungee system, it was just really heavy, think of you trying to just have this as like kind of your lever so you can just push it away. That's what I like to think of once I get to those heavier loads. I stay tight and I literally just think of pushing the ground away. Literally before you know it, you're gonna be at the top of the lift and you're gonna be like, holy shit, I just PR'd. So let's give that a go. Ready? Got my belt on, got strapped on, good to go. Feet in a good position, grip good to go. I'm gonna go into my motion now. Take the slack out of the bar. Keeping the bar super close to my body. As you guys can see, we're gonna get a close up on the next shot. The bar stays super close to my shins. It stays all the way close, all the way aligned with my quads and my legs, all the way up to my waist basically. And that's really gonna help you keep all the weight close to you. It's gonna help you be more powerful and really just stronger in the lift by keeping the weight close to you, as opposed to having it out there. You're gonna have to use a lot of other muscles. They're gonna start to kick in. It's pretty unsafe. So the closer you keep it to you, the stronger you're gonna be, the safer you're gonna be, and honestly, the more muscle activation you're gonna get in those hamstrings and those glutes, and honestly, your back. If you do that, shoulders back and set your lats, like flex them, you're gonna get a lot of back in there as well. Just a great compound movement, man. So let's get a few shots of us deadlifting right now. Guys, so quick recap. The setup is super crucial. Actually, the warm-up is super crucial. The setup, make sure the bar is above your feet, your grip is good to go. Once you're gonna go into the lift, brace, start to brace, butt down, shoulders back, back engaged, core is tight, you took the slack out of the bar and you're pushing the ground away. So just a quick little recap. I hope you guys piece all this together and just let it flow. I hope you guys get some PRs, you stay safe, and make major gains with this video, man. If you guys found this helpful, drop it in the comments. Let me know what you guys want to see. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, man. New videos every week, at least 2 of them, so you don't want to miss out. Head over to my Instagram, follow me there, shots_G. Let me know you guys came from here. I post daily workouts there, motivation, different things that help me, my diet, nutrition, little recipes, meals, things like that, man. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's all I got for today. There might be a part 2, so stick around. As always, Breakfast Club CTG, we out to speed.